Hey guys, welcome to the show today. So we have a very special guest on today. My good friend Dean Leander, aka Wolfie Plays. He is a YouTuber and a content creator in the gaming space. It's great to have you on today, man. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. Thank you for having me. Yeah, Wolf. I haven't heard that name in a long time. So I actually have changed. I've had like 3 names on YouTube. My current name is PokeDean. Wolfie was when I was doing a lot of gaming stuff. And now moving on to Pokemon. So yeah, I'm always moving, dude. I can't stay still.
Oh, that's good though. It's good that you're agile. Give us a little quick overview of who you are and what you're doing at the moment.
Yep. So YouTuber, influencer, content creator, streamer. Just very, very active and creative on like digital type of content. Had a YouTube channel for been on YouTube for about 7 years now. Started with my friend Aaron. We created a FIFA gaming channel together, and since been in streaming. Had a couple shows, done a lot of stuff with Chelsea Football Club, and now I am doing content based around Pokemon cards, which is awesome.
Very cool, very cool. Yeah, I know you've been doing it a long time now. I'd say you were fairly early to the YouTube game. So earlier than a lot of people in our circle anyway. I remember whenever you were doing it, a lot of people didn't take it that seriously, but you obviously saw like a massive opportunity. Was there anyone that you looked up to back then and thought like, yeah, I could do that?
Yeah, well, like you, I think it's probably when we were in secondary school, it was a thing. Because I remember when we were at school and our head of year put me dancing in the assembly. On like a YouTube thing. I was just like, oh my goodness. But yeah, no. I would say my inspiration was probably KSI at the very beginning. Obviously, anyone that knows the UK scene, he's like the biggest YouTuber. Maybe even in the world, he's up there, definitely. So I used to watch him a lot when I came home from school, and just always really liked what he was doing. Me and you have always been creative type of people. Obviously, we did music at school, and just I just grew to love it. I love the platform. I love what you were able to do in it, and I always thought it was just a really fun way of expressing yourself and doing cool things. And it was also like the chase of getting like 1,000 views at the time. I was just like, I want to have a video that has 1,000 views and stuff like that. So it was very weird at the very beginning, but for some reason it's just something I always gravitated to.
Yeah, I'm sure you've done more than 1,000 views in some videos over the years. You've been creating content for a fair few years. You're mainly in the gaming space. I know how good you are at FIFA, amongst other games. What got you into wanting to make content what made you want to do content in gaming versus other niches?
I mean, like, I've always been a gamer, like from really, really young. I remember playing on the Sega Genesis, I think, or my dad used to play Sonic, and I always grew up on the Nintendo 64. You had the likes of GoldenEye, like Super Mario 64 and all that kind of stuff. So I've heavily been around gaming from a young age. And then I would say FIFA in our secondary school years and college and stuff was a really big part of my friendship group. Everyone played FIFA. And then also KSI, like I said, was my inspiration. He was on the come up playing FIFA, and I always wanted to do that as well because I saw how cool it was that he was doing it, and I was like, I want to do that because I play FIFA sort of thing. So gaming in general has just always been a real mainstay in my life, and I've just, if I could, I would play games to the day I die. I just love playing games, man. It's just so fun.
Yeah, and you're so good at it. I remember, obviously we went to school together, so you're always into gaming and music. Would you ever branch into another niche or maybe music? Are you still dabbling with that?
I've been dabbling in and out of music for the last, probably since the time starting YouTube. It's always been like a big passion of mine. It's just never got to that stage where I've fully committed to it, whether it's been fear or like I would always say I'm a very confident person, and being on YouTube and making content in front of a camera has made me a much more confident person. But it's just music is just one of those things where I'm very scared of not doing well, which is a bit of a downside because obviously I haven't gone on to doing a lot of music stuff. But in terms of merging the two, I mean, probably the closest would be Guitar Hero. I used to love that game.
Oh, yeah.
I'd have a secret Guitar Hero channel on YouTube where I just try and complete every song.
You and Chris Brown were like stupidly good at that game. Through the Fire and Flames, the Dragon Force, you nailed that solo every time. I was like, how could you do that?
Completed it. I remember completing that and getting the achievement, and I was like, life has peaked. Like, genuinely, this, you don't understand how much of a grind it was to finish that game, but we did it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So you would stick to the gaming niche. You wouldn't fully go into another topic, you don't think?
I think I'm naturally am, if I'm being honest. Like, obviously, I've been in gaming a lot through FIFA. Now I'm slowly not posting FIFA anymore.
Okay.
I'm doing Pokemon stuff, which isn't really gaming at all.
Yeah.
I do love the gaming scene, but I feel naturally just Pokemon has taken me into a different type of niche, and I have been creating real life content throughout the years. I've done a lot of stuff on my channels and other people's channels that is not gaming, which is a lot of fun. So for me, I don't want to box myself into one niche of I only do gaming, because a lot of things that I didn't understand at the time but I understand now is a lot of people, for instance, you'll probably be able to relate to this with music, is the fact that you probably have people that have listened to music and say, I miss the old Sam, I miss the old music you make. But like, we all adapt and evolve and we change. The person we were now, or the person we are now, is not the person we were 5 years ago. We have different passions, we have different loves. We get excited and inspired by different things. So for that, we naturally just change. So yeah, for me, like I said, I didn't want to be boxed into one thing, because I feel like I can give things to many different niches and stuff like that.
Yeah, and as a creative person, it's just because you make one type of outlet, let's say you're a painter or a musician, you can apply that, you get that same satisfaction sometimes from doing another creative project. Maybe that's making videos or photography or something like that. I think most creative people, they can take their creative flair to other areas quite easily.
And it brings a new twist. If you come in from a different background, of, say, like you mentioned, painting, and you came from doing something, or you go into something else, you can bring something that someone may not have ever thought about from that scene. So it's always really cool and refreshing.
100%. So when you're creating a video idea, how much research goes into choosing like a topic, or do you just think, oh, that idea would be cool and just run with it?
It's a good question. For me, there's big video ideas that I try and plan out. Sometimes I just try and be consistent, so I try and just think things that people would want to watch. But for the big ones, I definitely try and plan out. A lot of things I've started doing. Obviously, YouTube, what it was back then, is nowhere near what it is like now. Just the audience is completely different. Like with the rise of TikTok and YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels, a lot of people were just very much into short form content, short, snappy, get your attention very quickly sort of thing. So it all comes down to the type of video you want to make, because you can try and make a viral type video which is going to grow, which then you might have to cater it in a certain way to try and gauge interest from a wider range of people. Or you can make videos that are just for your fan base that you know that they're going to like, but it may not reach out to new people. Typically there are some videos which I will literally wake up today and I'll go, oh, I'm going to record that. I'll go record it and then I'll edit it and upload it tomorrow or something. Or there'll be ones, for instance, when I knew I was going to America, I planned a couple videos a week before to be like, right, while I'm out here, I want to do this, try and get this to happen in this way. This is the outlet. And I'm also trying to build on storytelling. I want to try and do a lot more storytelling videos, because I think that they're very engaging and people can... it's kind of weird because it's like people love short form, but I also feel like storytelling is just, for me as a viewer, I love watching something that has like a nice story to it, and it flows well, and by the end of it you're like, oh, that was a really cool, fun experience to watch that. So that's my day-to-day planning.
No, and there's the type of viewer who is just killing some time at home, or maybe they're tired and they just want to scroll. And short form content works really well for that. But then there's also the viewer who's at work and they want they don't want to change video. They just want to pick a video and have that play in the background for an hour, hour and a half, maybe longer. Yeah. Some podcasts like 4 hours long, and then there's that kind of viewer as well. So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I guess it depends what kind of audience you're going for. Ideal is to do both.
I also have I have a podcast with my friend. It's mainly around Pokemon.
Yeah.
And I have yet to put it on audio-only platforms such as Spotify and other types. And a lot of people are messaging me being like, can you get this on audio-only like platforms? Because I just want to listen to it while I'm working, or I want to listen to it in the car, which is like, oh, damn, like, didn't realise that it was actually that. Like, people use, for me, it's like everyone just uses YouTube, but there are so many more platforms out there that people kind of use.
Is there like a method for making a video go viral, do you think? Or have you just had some hits which you never thought were gonna take off?
Probably a lot of YouTubers will say this, is the fact that you'll have some videos that you think are going to be an absolute banger, and they perform terribly, and there'll be some videos that literally took 5 minutes to record, 5 minutes to plan, and they get millions of views. I can give you a prime example. There was a video I did with my friends years ago even, where we bought a game from like a WH Smith's, which is a shop in England, and it was like it was basically like beer pong, but without alcohol. You just kind of got to throw it in this grid, and then it's like Connect 4 meets beer pong. Right. So you have to kind of get like 4 in a row by throwing it. And we were just playing it one night, and we were like, let's just record it and just see how it comes out. And it got like, at the time, so a couple of years ago, it got like 70,000 views, and we were like,
nice,
wow, that's crazy. It was literally us just playing a game. But in terms of, is there like a formula to make a viral view? I guess the best thing you can kind of do is just try and do a video on anything that's trending at the time. For instance, Mr. Beast, when Squid Games came... Squid Game? No. Squid Game?
Yeah,
Why
Squid,
am I thinking
Squid Game.
Something else?
Yeah,
Squid Game.
Crazy series.
When that came out, he did a massive video, like straight as it came out, and it's absolutely banged. So,
right time.
My best thing to say is try and hit trends. Try and make it relevant to your. Like, if you're doing a music channel, I guess the best way to do it is try and maybe recreate the Squid Game theme song or something. So kind of like tie it into your niche, but it's still trending, sort of thing. Yeah. That's probably the best thing in trying to get something viral.
So it's important to keep an eye on like kind of what's popular at the moment, what's going around, what people are watching.
Staying relevant.
Yeah, 100%. Always got to be moving. Do you have any tips for someone? Let's say you're a new YouTuber, you were to start from zero. Do you have any tips for someone looking to grow a brand, or if you were to start from zero, what would you do anything differently? How would you approach it?
I would always say, first and foremost, don't even start YouTube if you're trying to do it for money. Because I feel like you lose sight very quickly. Make content that you're very passionate about.
Yeah, I agree.
I would say be consistent. Try and upload as much as you can, but don't let your quality of video be sacrificed. So make sure that say you want to do 3 videos a week, keep it to 3 videos, but make sure each video is as good as the next one, sort of thing. Yeah. And then try and network. Try and research that area that you're trying to do videos on. See who's the biggest person, see what they're doing, see who's on the come up, what are they doing, what sort of thumbnails do they make, how long are their videos, what do they do during that video, and then try and just find people who are like-minded in that scene. If you can contact them or meet up, say for instance for me in Pokemon, I'll go to Pokemon events because hopefully that some of those people will turn up, and then I'll get to meet them, and then hopefully network, and then from that something might come about, sort of thing. So that's the sort of things that will help you in terms of kind of getting your name out there, and then just make content that you like, but also you think your audience will like, because I've learned a lot that there may be videos that you think are going to be really cool, but people might not actually care to watch it. So
yeah,
I would just, I guess, make a note of that.
And with posting consistency, do you think, let's say, decide, is there an optimal posting frequency? Like you said, 3 times a week, but does that depend on the type of content you make?
I thought that was always the case. I thought, like, I got to upload every day. But I genuinely think it is, as long as you're consistent, and say you want to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, stick to that. Because then you grow a routine, not for yourself, but for your audience, in the fact that, say you watch my videos, you'd go, oh, it's Monday, I know Dean's uploaded a video. Oh, it's Wednesday, Dean's uploaded a video at 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Friday, same thing, sort of thing. And then also, I think, as I mentioned, it comes back down to quality.
Yeah.
As it doesn't, you could do 1 a week, but as long as every video you do that week, that one video is a banger, or it's really good quality, or it's the best to your ability, then that's fine. You don't have to upload every day. As long as you're doing set time, set day, or whatever you decide, and it's high quality to the best of your ability, then YouTube doesn't punish you for like not uploading the other 4 days or 6 days, depending on how you look at a week, sort of thing. Okay.
So the algorithm doesn't really look at that too much, as long as the quality's up there.
Yeah.
And you're on Twitch as well?
I was on Twitch, and then I went to Facebook, and then I'm thinking about coming back to Twitch, but I stream on YouTube mainly twice a week with my box breaks on Pokemon, which is real fun. But if I was to come back to gaming, and I'm very much contemplating it, is to do like a Pokemon playthrough or something, it would be on Twitch. Okay.
So Twitch is better for if you're doing like you're just wanting to film you play a live game. That's ultimately how Twitch started, wasn't it? It's more of like a gaming streaming platform.
It's definitely streaming. It's definitely best for it's good for streaming. YouTube is definitely trying to get in that space as well. But I would say still the main name in streaming is probably still Twitch, but a lot of people are starting to move over to YouTube and stuff. So it's very easy to stream too. It's the only thing I will say about streaming is that it's on Twitch. It's very hard to get discovered. So usually you just see the main people on there, and it's very hard for an upcoming person to kind of break through. Whereas maybe YouTube might be a little bit better for that with the algorithm and stuff, but that's more the only thing I've noticed. More so, yeah, exactly. Searchability and stuff like that.
Are you on any other platforms at the moment? Like, what would you say are the key platforms to be on right now?
Well, for me personally, YouTube is number 1.
Yeah.
Instagram's number 2. Probably number 3, which I need to get way better at and way more on, is TikTok. I'm just a bit of a boomer with TikTok at the moment. I'm kind of like being a bit stubborn and getting involved.
Yeah.
So yeah, literally, I need to get better at TikTok. TikTok is just booming for like where I said Twitch has no discoverability. TikTok has the most discoverability. You can do anything and be found, sort of thing. So for me, I need to pull my finger out and get better at TikTok, because I'm missing out ultimately on discoverability.
Originally, you ultimately were making more long form content, right? How would that translate into like 3-minute videos?
I think that's why I'm not on it as much as I should be. Is because it's a hard. I very much grew up on long form content. Short form's very new to me in a sense. So adapting and evolving into short form's been a bit of a challenge. So it's more of a work in progress. I mean, I've got a short coming out today, which is YouTube's version of basically TikTok. So I'm starting to kind of try and work out the best way of optimizing shorts and TikTok. So we'll have to wait and see. Just maybe depending on what you do, maybe highlights or give a little snippet of like a long form video that you're doing. Maybe I wouldn't say is the best part, because if you've seen the best part, why are they going to watch the rest of the video? So maybe just like a teaser of like what's coming up on this video or something.
Yeah. So you would repurpose it? Would you make like a long form video and then just kind of chop it up, repurpose it for the shorts and the different platforms?
Yeah.
Or actually make it specific for that?
I probably would do a bit of both. I mean, I'd probably make TikTok content or shorts content just for that platform, whether it's like nothing to do with the long form video, but just something, maybe for instance like guitar, right? You could do a video of the scales, knowing all of the scales, but then for a TikTok you could do just showing the scale of pop songs, the most common one in pop songs or something, you know. So maybe just kind of alter it a little bit that you think would go more viral on TikTok, sort of thing.
Absolutely.
And then you could link it and be like, right, so this is the scales for all the best pop songs. Check out my video where I do more, sort of thing.
Yeah, then watch the full length long form content over here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So you built, obviously when you build like a decent sized brand, a lot of people reach out to you. What's one of some of the coolest experiences that have happened to you since starting your first channel? I know you've been out to the States 3 times in the last year, so you must have had some pretty interesting things, offers and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's, from what I've learned from YouTube is it's absolutely crazy. Like, the things that have been put in front of me, I would have never have dreamed of just from like recording me playing games, sort of thing. So some of the best highlights I would definitely say is working with my favourite football club, Chelsea, and meeting a lot of the football players, which has been really, really fun. Yeah. I had my own FIFA show with my friend Aaron, or Maverick is his YouTube name, which was really cool. Being, as you mentioned, flown out to countries to experience some really cool events and stuff like that. What else has been pretty fun? Presenting on some shows and stuff like that, which has been real fun, like live audience halftime shows and stuff like that. And just random stuff that's just like I would have never done, but I've just done it now. So there's just that's the cool thing, is just that there's so many things that can happen, and I always have that mentality of like, I'll give it a go and just see what happens. And it's turned out to be really fun. Unless it's skydiving or bungee jumping, you won't catch me doing that one.
Oh mate, I was actually signed up to do a charity skydive, and I was about to do it and I was bricking it, and then about 4 days before it got called off because of bad weather, and inside I was like, I was like, thank God for that. Someone's watching it, someone's looking out. Just that first feet, I couldn't
do it.
Vision of just sat there on the edge of the plane, just about to jump out. It's just, I'm sure it'd be a fun. I'm sure it'd be an amazing experience once you're in the air, but it's just that initial jump out.
That lead up.
Yeah, and the flight up there. I just can't imagine.
My fingernails would be still on the plane.
Yeah, but I see people who there's so many people who have done it. Like my little sister's done it. So if she's done it, I can't not do it. You know.
Yeah, I know people and they say it's amazing, but still, it's not happening. I'll take their word for it.
Yeah, lots of people are into it, but they'll have to man up and do it one day. So you're doing your Pokemon channel now. How is that going?
Oh, mate, it's going brilliantly. I rediscovered my love for Pokemon, I'd say in 2016. Do you remember the game Pokemon Go that came out on the phone?
Yes.
It was 2016. It was absolutely popping. And through that, I started collecting. I remember like finding my old card collection.
Yeah.
So if you have any still, let me know.
I think I do.
I found my old. You're gonna have to show me, dude. But I found my Pokemon collection. Through that, just started falling in love with it again. And then during lockdown as well, obviously we weren't able to go out. So I was buying a lot of Pokemon cards and just opening them. And then the addiction got a bit crazy. and I've just been making content on that for the last 1.5 - 2 years. And I've just been loving it. Met some of the biggest YouTubers on the scene. Purchased some pretty rare cards. And having an absolute ball, man. Meeting some really nice people. It's really, really cool. The real thing I really like is that I'm meeting people that I never would meet out in public. Like, as in, I would never be in the same place as them, and through Pokemon I've got
Yeah.
to meet them, and they're absolutely awesome people, just really, really nice people.
Yeah. I can't believe Pokemon's made such a comeback. For me growing up, it was the game. It was what everyone did, and you would buy like a pack a week from the corner store, or go and visit the. So my parents live in Surrey. I grew up in Farnham, obviously, and then this older shop, which is the next town across. They used to have a store called the Cart Club.
Cart Club, dude.
The Cart Club, and I went there and bought an ancient Mew. I think back then it cost me like £5 or £10, which for a little paper card back then, when you're like a 10-year-old kid, is insane. But I remember being so proud of that card, and who knows, it might still be up in the attic somewhere. You telling me that I might have a multi-million-dollar card somewhere?
I literally just got one graded, and it cost like a 9. I actually don't know the price of it, but yeah, dude, Ancient Mew, man, such a sick card. I've sent another one off to get graded. So if you don't know what graded means, these are cards that are graded. I've got literally a box in front of me.
Okay,
so you get them like encased.
Oh yeah, you get them. So it's like plastic wrapping basically.
It's like a plastic case encased.
Yeah, and
then you see the number 10 here. 10 means it's the best. It's pristine condition.
Beautiful.
You get 1 to 10, and then the higher the number. So if you get a 10, it's the most valuable, because it's pristine, no dents, no scratches, no marks or anything. Yeah, and then they can drive a high price. Yeah.
So are you buying and selling cards now? Is that a side hustle?
So I buy cards, sell them, buy collections, sell stuff I don't want. And then also I buy for instance, this box right here. Yeah, is the original base set, which is what we grew up. This is what you would have bought at Cart Club.
Yes, it would have been. Yeah.
And actually,
something about that box, like the look of it, the smell, opening them up, it brings back such good memories to me. You know, like certain songs and things. Yeah, it just this used to cost us. This used to cost us $2.99 at Cart Club. Yeah, these are like £350 packs now. What? They've just gone up. I'm pretty sure in my parents' house up in the loft, there's like a plastic folder, like a book full of Pokemon. A binder full of Pokemon cards.
Find it, dude, and let me have it.
Could that be worth a few quid? Could it?
Depends. Honestly, it depends how much the condition is. That's one thing I have learned, is that people message me saying, "Oh, I've got all these cards." Yeah. And they see me showing mine and stuff like that, and saying prices. Yeah. They think that they're sitting on a gold mine, when half the time is that it's bent in half. They've used it as like a, I don't know. They've used it as a protractor or something, and it's just absolutely shredded up. And I'm like, it's a good card, but it's absolutely.
Yeah, it's battered,
like, ripped up. So no one's gonna buy it. So if you find them, let me know, and I can definitely take a look for you. Yeah,
because back in the day, we used to have like a little box. It almost looked like a little Pringle box, and you just put your cards in there and stored them all up.
Man. The nostalgia, man. The nostalgia.
Yeah, I can't believe they've made such a comeback. Obviously, social media's obviously changed it a lot. Are things a lot different for collectors now compared to when we were all running around the school playground trading Pokemon cards?
Well, when the thing I've learned is that Pokemon's always been massive. It's always been the biggest franchise in the world. But as you mentioned, lockdown, especially the last 2 years, there has been a massive boom in Pokemon, and I think it's just a mixture of a lot of things. From lockdown, Logan Paul got into the Pokemon scene, who is America's biggest YouTuber. Yeah. And just many other factors. But comparing it to now and when we were kids, it's just two different types of. I'm a different person now than I was as a kid. As for instance, as a kid, I literally had no idea that this card that I just packed would be worth something in 20 years. Did I care? No, it's going in my pocket. Now I open a pack, I'm like, oh my god! I put it in the sleeve, and then I'm like going to grade it, sort of thing. So.
Don't want to fold that corner.
There was probably only a few yeah, literally there was only probably a few people that realised the potential of how big it could be, but at the same time, as kids, do you really care? You just wanted to collect the best cards that were out at the time, and I still do want to collect the best cards. It's just now I know that I can be sensible with it, and if I pull something amazing and get it in the best condition, I could use it as an investment in the future, sort of thing.
Yeah. And out of how many things, so whenever I was a kid, we had Beyblades, there was Digimon.
Yeah.
Where are they now?
Yeah.
They're gone. No one cares about them. So how do you know which is going to take off? I think Lego now has become a collectible.
Exactly.
Playmobil.
Lego is.
I don't think Playmobil isn't popular anymore, is it?
I don't look around that scene, so I wouldn't know. But Lego, I've heard,
Pokemon and Lego
massive.
is just so collectible for people all ages as well.
There's a lot of things. Yeah, a lot of people are getting into like collectibles. Obviously, in the digital space, you've got NFTs and stuff like that, which is. Yeah. I don't know. I'm too scared to get involved in that at the moment. It's too volatile. But I think people just love that collectability feeling. You know, just trying to collect stuff.
100%.
I personally am addicted. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah. Well, the thing with NFTs compared to Pokemon cards is the Pokemon card, you actually have the physical thing. The NFT, I can't justify spending money on something which is just a JPEG. And loads of people, the people who are into NFTs would argue with me about that, but I just don't see the value in the NFT.
I think it's an age thing, because I definitely agree. I prefer the physical thing in my hand. Like, this is like, sweet, I have this sort of thing. Mm-hmm. But I think it's just an age thing. I think people younger don't care. It's just a different mindset on it, to be fair. Which is cool. Everyone can like their own stuff. And it's maybe as NFTs become more a mainstay sort of thing, we might be able to get on board with it more and stuff like that. Yeah.
I guess the thing with the NFT is you own it, technically, but then someone can take a screenshot. It's like, alright, so take music, for example. You can have an MP3 of your favourite album, but most people wouldn't want to pay more than what iTunes is selling it for. But if you have the vinyl of that same album, that's collectible. And now I feel like with NFTs, they put a premium on the MP3, and then you can claim that I own the original copy of the MP3, but then unlimited people can just rip and burn that MP3 and listen to the exact same quality and song. So the
thing with NFTs, I think there's a cool thing that you can do with them. I don't know if it's been fully utilized yet, but there are some cool stuff. You see the people who will create an NFT, and anyone that owns that NFT gets VIP backstage passes to every show and stuff like that. I think that's where NFTs will really, really be popular. Just the collectibility side hasn't quite flicked the switch for me yet.
It's maybe, like I said, type thing.
As the more often it kind of becomes a mainstay, maybe the more understanding I'll be of it.
Yeah, definitely. I'm sure maybe I'll be proven wrong in the future, but crypto, I'm all about crypto. I definitely think crypto is.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm all in on crypto.
I'm too scared. It's another one.
Well, the amount of that's a topic for another podcast. But it's certain projects. I mean, there's a lot of rubbish projects out there, but certain projects have a lot of use and have made people a lot of money over the last bull run. Yeah.
I know people have made a lot of money through crypto, but like I said, I know for a fact I'll be the person puts money in and it crashes an hour in, and I'll just be like, no.
I'm going to be having a chat with another one of my friends, Stefan. Actually, he has a crypto channel called Money Gang Crypto. Shout out Money Gang Crypto, and he is he's very, very knowledgeable on the space. So yeah, it might be worth checking his channel out if you want to learn more about that.
Yeah, I know someone who is doing I don't know if he still is doing really well, but was, and he was literally saying that he had to be on it 24/7. It's literally like you can't miss anything, and I just don't have the time for that.
Yeah, you got to pick your thing, right? So Yeah, definitely. Well, you're killing it in the gaming space anyway. You've gone from FIFA to the Pokemon cards, and now this is obviously taken over. Yeah. What about the Maverick Wolves? Because you had the Maverick Wolves channel, which really blew up. I think at one point you had like 145,000 subs or something, and you guys nailed it. And
yeah,
how did that? Is that still going, or did that come to an end?
So we basically have stopped that now.
Yeah,
and it got to like 155k, which was really, really good. It was a lot of fun. We were really proud of it.
Yeah.
The only thing was that at the time, the direction FIFA was going, they were making it less and less possible to do co-op stuff. So it was becoming really, really difficult for me and Mav to make FIFA content.
Okay.
Together, sort of thing. And then I think lockdown started to happen, and we just thought I was falling out of love with FIFA a little bit. Mav was more streaming on Twitch.
Yeah.
So I decided to start finding new passions and trying new things out in that time, and from that, we kind of just decided that it was pretty much impossible to make that content that we were making. Maybe we should have tried to do new stuff, but it was like lockdown wouldn't let us out and stuff like that. So it was just really bad timing. But at the same time, Mav's doing really well streaming.
Oh, nice.
And I'm really enjoying my my new passion in Pokemon.
Yeah. Oh, it's good. It's good to see that you guys are still kind of in that space, but gone down different kind of paths. I think, I've always seen you as a creator, and I think you're going to continue to grow. So definitely keep it up. Keep doing what you're doing with this channel and maybe other channels as well.
I don't see myself doing anything else, you know. So like, I don't know what else I would do, and I just love making content. So
yeah, you belong in front of the camera.
Oh, I appreciate that, man. I don't know why. I mean, look at me, but
well, people like it, so you're obviously doing something right.
Yeah.
So let's. We're coming towards the end of the show, man. So yeah, it's been awesome having you on. Do you have any final thoughts that you want to share?
No, thank you for having me, dude. It's like good to finally catch up. Like it's been years. It's actually been so long since I've spoke or seen you properly. So thank you for having me on. Really, really appreciate it.
It's all good.
And I hope this show keep doing this, man. This show's really fun. So keep it up, and I look forward to seeing the success of this one.
Thanks very much. So where can people find you?
So on Twitter, it's at Dean Leander, just my name. YouTube, it's PokeDean, PokeDean.
Yeah.
And Instagram is the same, PokeDean with an underscore.
Cool. And yeah, I'll put all those in the bio below. So, can people buy cards from your site or from your channel?
Yeah, well, yeah, they can.
Yeah,
Thank you. That's a nice little plug.
There you go. So if you want if you want to buy some Pokemon cards, some premium stuff, definitely check Dean's channel out. He's obviously an expert in that area. So yeah, make sure you subscribe to all of Dean's stuff, and follow Horton Digital. Subscribe to this channel as well for more podcasts like this, all based around digital marketing space. So subscribe for more content. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and until next time, peace.